So there's really, I mean, if you look at network marketing, it's all about life. Nothing more. Nothing. It's all about life. Basic principles. You know? So it's very important for us to have tools. Tools comes very handy. Team comes very handy. Mentor are our guides. That's why in the early days, I would always run to VJ. VJ was, when I hit a wall, when I'll be so doubtful that is my check coming? Why am I not making money yet? I'm working so hard. I've signed up so many people. How come check is not yet here? So I'll call him. VJ, what's happening? When am I going to start making money? Is that a question you always ask? So VJ would come up with this profound thoughts. Very cool on the phone. While I'm just like freaking out as if it's the end of the world, that I'm not making money. I work so hard, so many trainings I've done. He comes with this building blocks. He says, Japa, there's a season to sow and a season to reap. And you don't do both in the same season. There I go. I would go, whoa. What can I say? Was that right or what? So it just stops me from my depression and freaking out as if it's end of the world. You know what I mean? Or sometimes when we're having media, we're being attacked by media. It's a storm. Freak out, what are you going to do? Newspaper, and you try to fight downlines, going to another company. It's a total freak out. We're a pyramid and all this news, blah, 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 blah. Freak out, depressed. I call my upline. What are we going to do? We just say, just stay home. What do you do during storms? Can you do business during storms? Stay home. Tell your downlines, tell your kids to stay home. And what do you do while staying home? Train. Say, oh, that's cool. We didn't need to fight the press. No need. Why? Because bad news is just like a fart. It smells so bad, but disappears right away. The next day, there's some most amazing other news, like tsunami or this fellow, or that fellow in the news. You know what I mean? Then the pyramiding news is gone. So it's just like a fart. So those things were like building blocks for me. You know what I mean? It kept me, in fact, it brought me this far. Okay? And yesterday, I was telling you how lucky I am to have met Datu VJ. I'm not the only lucky one. Because quite recently, he started putting those thoughts in book form. You know what I'm saying? All the things he would tell me before is now in a book. Before, it's kind of like when he says something, I have to write it. You know what I mean? Gotta write it. Not only it's in a book form right now, for the last 15 years, Vijay Iswaran, my partner, has been going around the world for business, but also he's been taking lots of pictures. You may not know, he's also a very amazing photographer. So he has put those thoughts which I call network building blocks, he has put those thoughts in pictures as well. Because he always tells me before, Japa, people, they love pictures. You show them, like if I'm an architect, okay? And if I want to sell you a house, right? I don't show you the financial cost, how much it's going to cost you to build your house. I'm not going to show you that. What's the first thing I'm going to show you? Nice model of your house, Ferrari, nice palm tree, swimming pool. And you're going, whoa, is that my house? Or is that going to be my house? And I go, yes, it's going to be your house. Okay? Then I show you the cost. You know what? But because you already know it's your house, you don't mind. Hey, it's my house, I want to spend. You know what I'm saying? But see, what we do a lot of times, we show the cost to someone. So they run away. You fail to show the picture. Or what is it going to be for them if they join you in the business? So pictures says thousands of words. That's why in this book that I'm privileged to launch tonight, okay? It's very small thoughts. It's not long reading books because I don't like reading long books. I'm not that smart. I like those short ones. But when I look at the pictures in those books, in this book, it says a lot. In fact, I was privileged to have a copy this morning, the first copy to be given because I was meant to speak about it today. And I was looking at it. And each page, although there's just a small building blocks of a profound thoughts that my friend put in there. But the picture says a lot. In fact, those pictures even reminded me of situations wherein VJ would call me sometimes. He would be so excited on the phone, he would be calling me, Japa, I'm taking a picture of a tiger. I said, okay, because I couldn't see it. But he's so very excited on another part of the planet, he's taking a picture of a sunrise or of a nice landscape. And he already knows what thought to put. So here tonight, I'm very privileged to launch a book of Datu VJ called On the Wings of Thought. I didn't have this 15 years ago. So he has put those tools that taught me how to network, those tools that build me up, we call it building blocks that makes your character, makes you continue to believe, the tools that you need to fight life when you're getting beaten up. In fact, you should not even be beating up. You should be beating life. You should be the one beating life, not the other way around. The tools are here. So, how lucky I was at that time? You're more lucky because you could get a copy of this book called The Wings of Thoughts. And you could have Datu VJ at the same time to be your upline because this is truly a network marketing building block for yourself, for your downlines. And as Japa V founding partner, I truly endorse this book that you should make sure you get a copy because we have a very limited copy here in the VCon. But before we do that, I'd like to read. This morning I chose some nice, everything is nice, but I couldn't read the whole book or else you won't buy anymore. So what I'll do, I'll just read some part And probably we could show some pictures. Is that okay? Before I bring my friend up, I'd like to, can I sit down? Because you're making me work so hard. There you go. Okay. They say I have to take my hat. Okay. You're okay? I'm not shining on you? You're not? Okay. Okay, we're going to read some. I put some notes. Okay, there's this one. This is perfect because I just talked about success. Remember? I don't know if VJ heard my chapter 2 of Master Suzuki, because he did chapter 1 of Master Suzuki. So chapter 2, you got to tell that to VJ what it is, okay? He wasn't here to hear it. So here's the path to success. It's a very beautiful picture. Can you see it? So VJ had to actually go under this cave just to take this picture. Okay? So can you see it? Imagine Datu VJ going under that cave to take this picture. Huh? Okay, I wasn't there, but so let's read this. Path to success. I don't have my glasses, but I'll try to read it. Path to success. Dark and foreboding often is the path. I need my glasses. Sorry, I got busted. I'm getting old. Okay. So the path to success, dark and foreboding. You know what that means, foreboding? It means premonition. Often is the path, yet for those who dare and choose to care. Verily, it opens with light that leads to success, ever so bright. You know? And you could see the picture. Totally depicts what it is. Just like what I was saying a while ago, success is very dark. You don't know. Nobody knows. And you need a guide. You need a light. And that's what it's really all about. And it explains in this nice quote of VJ. I like to read a few more. I like this. You see that? That's not from National Geographic. I remember Dato calling me. In this photo, he's saying, VJ, he's saying, Japa, I'm going to take a picture of this tiger. So he had to put his lens inside this hole. Okay, so he could take a nice shot of this tiger. See, this tiger depicts risking. Okay, so in fact, there's a nice note here. VJ is saying, I had to poke my camera lens through the wire mesh to catch the attention of this magnificent beast. And this is so classical of my friend VJ. You know, when he would give me a gift, he would like do a whole bomb business presentation where it actually came from. You know what I mean? Then I begin to appreciate. You know, sometimes when a friend of you just gives you a gift, right? And you don't know what it is so much, you just chuck it out. You know, chuck it somewhere, you know what I mean? But every time VJ gives me something, he talks about it, the history of that thing, you know what I mean? So I begin to cherish it. So what's so cherishable here? VJ is doing the same thing. Even in this, every photos that he takes here, he actually tells you how it was taken, the risk he took, and all of those things. So when I was reading it, when you read it, you go, oh my God, you know what I mean? That's so close. You could feel the picture. It becomes alive. So here, he says here that your mind is either your miracle or your malaise. You get to decide, define, and direct as to which it will be, which is very true. The mind is a very powerful tool